Right, yes, thank you very much for staying with us once again. Yeah, I am very much back again with my fantastic analysis about the Black Stars and about issues surrounding the Ghana Black Stars. You know that we have a game in hand, the last African Cup of Nations qualifier for the 2024 African Cup of Nations in Ivory Coast. So we are going to talk to you about some seven. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Yeah, 7 players who are likely to miss out in the squad for that particular game. Ghana versus Central African Republic. It is at the Baba Yara Sports Stadium. 7 important Black Stars players who will be a surprise. Some of them will not be a surprise that they will miss out from that particular game. Ghana Black Stars will be playing versus Central African Republic. We are going to give you those names, give you the reasons why those players are likely to miss out. Some of them because of injury, some of them because of playing time. People are just better than them. They will not be able to be called up. That's all of these things are our thoughts. Yes, our thoughts, my thoughts. No, yeah, you get the point. Good. So do all to subscribe to the channel for us. Hit the notification bell and select all, so that anytime you drop a video, you'll be the first to get that particular video. The game will be coming on in Kumasi. You'll be getting exclusive videos from the Black Stars game. Exclusive videos. Wonderful videos you'll be getting. So do all to subscribe to the channel, like this video, hit the notification bell and select all. Leave your thoughts and comments below in the comment section if you have any. It's always a pleasure to have you join us. Thank you very much. So that's the very last game for the African Cup of Nations qualifiers. When we draw the game, we are qualifying to the next stage. In fact, we are qualifying for the tournament, the African Cup of Nations in Ivory Coast. When we win two, we've qualified. So it is either win or draw for the Black Stars, and we've qualified for that game. And that obviously means that we have to do very well. Now, these 7 names are likely to miss out in the squad, and the reasons are very clear. The first name is Ransford-Yeboah Königsdörffer. Yes. Yes, he's likely not to be caught. Yeah, because you see, his position is what Ernest Nuama is taking it up. Ernest Nuama is taking up that position. Unless we say that because of what Ernest Nuama showed at the Ghana Under-23 when they played the Afcon Under-23, you see, he showed some insubordination and all of that. Unless we say that because of that indiscipline he showed, we are not going to call Ernest Nuama. I'm not sure Ransford-Yeboah Königsdörffer will have a place in the squad. No. You don't have a place. Yes. And that's the fact. So you see that the last time he didn't get a call up for the Madagascar game, he didn't get a call up. But then when Iñaki Williams got injured, that was the time this particular player, Ransford-Yeboah Königsdörffer, got a call up. So that is just how things are. He will very likely not be called up for that particular game versus Central African Republic, the last African Cup of Nations qualifier. The next player is Iñaki Williams, and Iñaki Williams' own will be injury situation. If he's not called up, will be injury situation. Now, the last time we were playing versus Madagascar, he pulled out because of injury. He is getting better. I'm not saying that injury is still there. He is getting better. But then one significant update is that he didn't join Atletico Bilbao's squad for their preseason tour they had just this month or last month. Their preseason tour they had. Iñaki Williams was in part. He was at their training grounds trying to get back from his injury, recover from his injury. So the season starts, he plays 1 or 2 games, or maybe he will not play 1 or 2 games, and then there is the transfer window in September. You see, the game is coming on September 7th, 2023. That's when the game will be coming on, September 7th. So we are just barely 1 month away from the game. So if a player is injured right now or is not so fit right now, the club wouldn't want to have the player come for that particular game. Because look, like I'm talking about Iñaki Williams, he's getting fine. He's going through his recovery, his rehab to get fully fit for Athletic Bilbao. And as soon as he's fit, he's game fit, the window will be opened. Okay, that particular international window will be open for him to come to the Black Stars. And a little bit will feel like, no, you have to relax for us. Wait so that you'll be fully fit. And that is the reason why we think that Iñaki Williams will not be part of this particular game Ghana Black Stars will be playing versus Central African. But then we can be proven wrong. Okay, yes, we can be proven. And we will love Iñaki Williams to be part, because he's still trying to acclimatize himself with the Black Stars squad, trying to adapt to the Black Stars squad, and so it will be very good to see him with the Black Stars. But based on our analysis, that we think that he is likely not to be part. The next player is Jojo Wollacott, and Jojo Wollacott's own is also injury based. Now, he got injured for his club, his new club, Hibernian FC, when they were playing the Europa Conference League game over there at their home yard. Now, they actually won 6-1, but then he got injured on the 18th minute and then couldn't play again. And that is where the big deal is. He couldn't play again, even though we've not really have any update on his injury, whether he's going to be out for 1 week or 2 weeks or 1 month or so. But then we think that the same story applies to what we are talking about in Iñaki Williams. Even if he's going to be out for 3 weeks, after the 3 weeks, there will be the international window, and I'm not sure the club will allow him to come. And so they will tell him that relax, get fully fit, and then be ready for us. And so I strongly believe for somebody like Jojo Wollacott that he will not be part of this particular squad for the Ghana versus Central African Republic game, based on injury and nothing else. Another key player is Daniel-Kofi Kyereh. And Daniel-Kofi Kyereh is one of the names that everyone loves to hear when it comes to the Black Stars, because of his versatility and how good he plays when he's with the Black Stars. You remember the Afcon 2021. He was so good for Ghana, even though we had a very poor Afcon, but his free kicks and his attacking football, everything was so excellent, and he did very well. But then he also is coming back from injury. Now, Daniel-Kofi Kyereh got ACL, and that is where the big deal is. ACL injury, which kept him out of football for about 6 months. He is currently fit somehow and doing his rehab. In fact, during the preseason, he had his rehab in Spain. He will obviously not be ready for the Black Stars game as the Central African Republic. Yes, he will obviously not be ready. He hasn't really joined the Freiburg squad to be training with them and all of that. But even if he's doing that in the coming weeks or days, he obviously wouldn't be ready for any international game currently, because of one, the extent of the injury. ACL, you have to come back slowly. Okay, even if you are fully fit, you have to be playing 10 minutes, 15 minutes to build back your confidence, to build back the momentum and everything. You've not played football for a long while, over 6 months. You've not played football, so it has to be a gradual process. And I'm not sure he will be joining the senior national team, the Black Stars, for that particular game versus Central African Republic, based on our analysis. Now, Gideon Mensah also likely not to be part of this particular squad that the Black Stars will be having to face Central African Republic, based on injury also. You know, Gideon Mensah's team, AJ Auxerre, is in the League 2, the France League 2, and they were playing a friendly game, the preseason game, and he got injured. And yes, though the extent of the injury is not yet known, but then based on the same analysis I've been doing for all the injured players, even if he's fit before that time. Okay, it also depends on the injury, you know. For Gideon Mensah's own like this, maybe it's just a minor injury, maybe it's just an reoccurrence injury, an injury that has been reoccurring, and so if he's fit, they can allow him to go to come and play for the Black Stars. But then if it's one of those injuries that will drain him, that will need him to stay out of football for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 1 month, obviously he will be out of that particular game versus Central African Republic. So Gideon Mensah, as it stands now, and you know, all these players I'm giving to you is as it stands now, 8th August 2023, as it stands now, is what I'm talking to you about. So in the coming days, if something changes, it doesn't mean I'm a liar. It rather means that I'm a good analyst. Fantastic. The last player on our list is Elisha Owusu, and for Elisha Owusu, it's not because of any injury. One, his form is not good. He's with AJ Auxerre in the French League 2. He's not really getting much playing time. Yeah, and he's just not good. And his position has been picked up by informed players. You know that he's part of the central defensive midfielders or defensive midfielders of the Black Stars, the likes of Thomas Partey, Saleh Samed Abdo, Majid Ashimeru, and the likes. Okay, now his position has been picked up by Majid Ashimeru and then Saleh Samed Abdo. And that is the reason why Elisha Owusu, one of the young promising talents of the Black Stars, he had a very good name. He's been doing well for the Black Stars whenever he gets the chance. You know, when we were qualifying for the Nigerian game, the World Cup, he was part of the qualifiers, especially for that particular Nigerian game. He was part of it, and he's been doing well since he joined the Black Stars. But unfortunately, he's also lost his position. That move he made from Belgium to France, and the fact that other players are also informed, the likes of Majid Ashimeru and then Saleh Samed Abdo are informed, and so that's how things are. Now, thank you very much for staying with us on this channel, Sports 7G. Do well to subscribe to the channel for a lot more fantastic videos, exclusive content, and others. Leave your thoughts and comments below in the comment section if you have any. It's always a pleasure to have you join us. Thank you very much for staying. I'll definitely see you in the next update. Bye bye.